All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Go tonight. 180. Kill. 5.
Goff on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher for the season to go. It's Derrick Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A first down carry for Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. That's the rookie with a catch, A.J. Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
76. 24 is the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
That's another
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down now, it's Lewis, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Titans 7, Texans nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
54 must move. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Clear. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Driscoll. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. Gone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Hey, dude. Come on. Now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney merciless. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
At the 35-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Off play action. Here's Goff. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Like 20.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Goff now to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Kill. 80 weapon. Safety's creeping.
From the gun, here's Goff. Walker with a grab, left side. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. First target, first catch at a first down. They'll run on first down. Henry. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Derrick Henry. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Maverick. Mike 41. I got it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, an uncommon way to get there, but nevertheless, that makes our score 14-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
General West.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw here. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Hey, high 7.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This is taken at the 10. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Andrews. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got 4. Watch out.
They run with Lewis out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. But it'll be 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He'll look to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, box drop.
They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Goff. throw left side complete. That's Walker.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is gone. That's Samuel, caught left side. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, gone. Being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Running from the gun with Henry. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And Suckup will put this one right through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
41's the mic. Check 41. Let's go, baby. They turn up.
On 1st and 10, gone. Open man is Samuel, complete. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Goff now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run with Lewis. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He's crashing. He's torn out. Hey, orbit.
From the 38, Goff caught right side. It's Lewis. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Alert 3, alert 3. Value 3, value 3. Hey, 5. Check.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Succop's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Go. Go. Check it out, Reed. Alert flare.
They'll run it again with Miller.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jones operating from the gun. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Go tonight. 20. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Goff on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Back. Hey, kill.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it.
You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Mike 41, Mike 41.
Goff on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. Space to maneuver at the 40. And a cut to the sideline. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards on the ground. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
They've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Going to throw deep, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Chris Conley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This is Henry. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Lewis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 44.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Goff. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
And the Titans first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On second down, it's Lewis. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. On first down, it's gone. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Andrews. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come out here in the I. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Value 1. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Protein spill.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get it.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Texans 16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the
1 yard line?
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Jones. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will get them 1 closer. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Gone. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 2nd down now, it's Lewis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42.
Come, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Gone. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, watch the slant.
A shotgun snap for gone. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's checking. Crash. Switch. Pour down.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10. Now gone. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception,
A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him.
And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Jones to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Jones throwing on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans are close to finishing off this football game.
49, 180.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Tennessee, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.